If these walls could just talk. You're standing in the briefing room of the Starship Enterprise. And we have a very special guest tonight. Jonathan Frakes is going to be joining me in just a moment. Brand new daddy, Jonathan Frakes. Congratulations. This is so exciting. Let's do this. My guest tonight makes his first appearance on QVC. You know him as Commander William Riker from Star Trek The Next Generation. But at home, they now know him as Dad, since his son was born on August the 26th. We welcome Jonathan Frakes.
August the 26th?
Yeah.
August the 20th.
20th? Okay.
I think.
Looks like a... Okay,
I was there.
That's right. You had to have been there. Okay.
It only seems fair that your communicator, as they say,
is
crooked.
Oh.
As an officer, seems my duty.
I'm on report.
Very well.
Thank you, Commander.
My pleasure.
Welcome to the show.
Great to be here. This is wild.
Isn't this something?
This is really wild.
Welcome to... Wait till you see the faxes that come in, too. I mean, this is true interactive TV.
And I'm part of it.
See that? Or you're part of the future, low even as we speak, as we talk about the last season Riker plaque. Limited to only 950 pieces, each one signed by Jonathan Frakes. This would be the night to get this. See 13,581 for $119. The plaque measures 12 by 15. Great looking 8 by 10 there.
A little salt and pepper in the beard, I say.
You're just starting to...
just starting
to pop up right
there. It was
there.
before the child.
yeah, really. In subsequent films,
it'll be whiter and whiter, I'm sure.
Indeed. Boy, how's the family?
It's, as everyone says, it is indeed the best thing that's ever happened.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
That's
thrilling.
That's neat. And I guess the movie is done shooting now?
The movie is done with principal photography. I went in yesterday afternoon and did some looping. It's big. It is really big.
The trailers are already out in the theater.
That's the preliminary trailer. There's another trailer coming.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the response has been great.
This is going to be, and that's November the 18th.
November the 18th. You'll be there, I gather.
First showing. Great. First showing. It's sort of a tradition. And then I hang out till they throw me out of the theater.
You don't go dressed in silly ears or anything, do you? You can tell me the truth.
No, actually I don't. Actually, I
can handle it.
I do put the Karl Malden nose on.
It always works.
I feel at home. I just really do. Well, let's go back. I mean,
let's go back.
You auditioned many times, multiple auditions to get this role.
I auditioned 7 times over a 6-week period, and by the 3rd or 4th time I was convinced that it would not be me, that they were going to go with some name person. And then I was always pleasantly surprised to be called back for yet another audition. But I had gotten in the habit of wearing the same shirt to the audition, convinced that it was good luck, like a ball player with the same socks until his hitting streak ends. And by the 3rd or 4th audition, this shirt knew when I had a call, and it would walk out of the closet and place itself on my back.
Oh, man.
But I've often said it was much harder to get the job than it has been to do it. But Gene was still with us then, and he took me under his great wing.
But you were his personal choice.
Well, hopefully. He did take me in. Before each of the auditions, I used to have to go to his office first. Oh, okay. And he would prepare me.
How so?
He would tell me what his vision of the 24th century would be like,
man.
Which was magical. And he would describe to me the character that he thought Riker would be, and he said that he could relate to Riker, and he said, I can relate to you because I recognize the Machiavellian glint in your eye. And
Ooh, all right.
He said a wonderful thing, which I've shared before, because I was in awe of what was going on around me, but he was so warm, and he had such an aura of, such an ease about the things that he spoke in huge, big, he painted in bold strokes.
Absolutely.
But he had an aura about him that was so warm and accessible. He said to me, in the 24th century, there will be no hunger and there will be no greed. And I want to work with this guy, and I want to make it to the 24th century.
Really?
This sounds good.
Oh, that's exciting. Well, now, he had his vision of Riker. The studio, I'm sure, had theirs, and you had yours. How is Riker different than the original idea for him?
The Riker that evolved smiled more than the original Riker. After the first season, Gene came to me and he said 2 things. first there was a writer's strike, and that delayed the start of the second season. And during that strike, those of us who hate to shave can relate. I didn't shave, and I came back to a meeting after we were about to go back to work, and he said, Jonathan, I love the beard. We'll keep it. It'll become part of Riker's character. It looks nautical. I said, well,
okay.
You're the boss. We'll keep the nautical beard. And he said, and we'll make it part of Riker's character. It'll be decorative. He will trim it. I thought, well,
okay.
Whatever you want. So they schlepped me down to the makeup trailer, where...
Schlepp's one of those 24th century
words. It's a 24th century words, much like the sound the communicator makes.
Dweedle.
Dweedle.
Dweedle, schlepp, these are all official.
And they sat me down in the barber chair, and then Michael Westmore, the genius,
yes.
the award-winning makeup artist,
absolutely.
Gene Roddenberry, Rick Berman, Maury Hurley, who was a producer at the time, Richard Saber, who was a hairdresser at the time, were all armed with black eyeliner pencils, and they drew on my face the shape they thought this nautical decorative beard should be. So I was a good sport, and they finally decided on something that they shaved and shaped the beard into that. They put it on film. They developed the film the next day, realized it was horrible.
Wrong, oops.
I was back in the same chair the next day, having hair glued back on my face.
No.
But it did settle into something that resembles this photograph.
Well,
and it is, I must say, very nautical, wouldn't you?
It is very much so, very much. I mean, you almost expect the character to come out, when we saw the beard, you expected him to come out and say, aye, mateys.
Aye, mateys.
Welcome aboard. It's fine to see you today. But we have 950 of these were only ever signed, and Jonathan has a writer's cramp to prove it. $119, C13, $581. And speaking of autographs, if you'd like to have the entire crew, that's available. The Next Generation Crew signed plaque for that last season photo, $495, C13, $868.
What a bargain.
Yeah, hey.
I remember signing those as well.
That's right. What order? Do you remember which signature you were?
I was first on the plaque.
All right. I guess the positioning.
Yes. And I actually had a great position in the photograph because I was able to write on the right-hand side of the picture and not get my thumbprints all over Gates and Marina's face. They get furious if they get thumbprints on their faces.
We have something brand new in the show now, and these are actual postage stamps. Imagine how the people dress in St. Vincent's, because if they do stamps, I mean, these are stamps from the Next Generation, actually from the final episodes, from an island in the Caribbean. You get 9 stamps and also a little commemorative plaque over here.
This is great.
These are official postage.
This is from the two-parter. This is from All Good Things.
All Good Things, yes. Yes.
That's what I'll look like. Orson Welles.
Yep. Very good, very good. You all aged very nicely.
Michael Westmore.
That's indeed.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you, Michael.
You sort of want to carry him through life, if you would.
Yes, we'll take him with us.
Now, this comes in a collector's portfolio and a certificate of authenticity letting you know that you're getting actual, these are not commemoratives, these are actual postage stamps. You could go to St. Vincent and really
could use this postage
blow
stamp.
somebody's mind and send one of these off. So you probably want to keep them because you get the entire block of 9 plus the additional stamp over here, all for $27.50. Now,
these stamps are only good in St. Vincent?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, honest.
Okay.
If you went to St. Vincent,
we could use the stamp.
You could use these if you if you tried in Cleveland, your letter would come back.
They'd laugh
at you. Actually, no. There are enough memorabilia collectors. They'd grab the letter and you'd never, ever see it again.